Well, today I'm gonna do a video, and there will be more, on a subject of addiction. Today, this video, I'm gonna do addiction of two subjects that are issues here in my home. They're issues and subjects and addictions of topic around here. And yes, I gave you a little short preview of Three Doors Down Kryptonite, because as far as I'm concerned, addiction is someone's kryptonite. Alright, now I have here on my handy little notebook some problems in these addictions. First one I'm going to talk about is my addiction, and I admit that it is an addiction, and I do it. Marijuana. Okay, now here's what I have on marijuana. Excuse me if it looks like I'm reading from this, because I am. There's a bit here that's hard to memorize. Now, most of it is smoking, eaten, or steeped in a tea. Only way somebody can usually OD on marijuana is when it's eaten, brownies or consumed like that. Marijuana causes toxic psychosis, hallucinations, and delusions with loss of self-identification. Those are side effects of overdosing on marijuana. It's usually smoked in a joint, in a bowl or bong. Over 11 million people used marijuana last month. Marijuana causes breathing problems, deteriorating physical abilities. In other words, yes, you will get weaker if you smoke marijuana. It speeds up your heart rate and breathing instead of what most people would think marijuana does, which is mellow you out. Speeds up the aging process, giving you a more high risk of lung cancer. It doesn't cause lung cancer, but it gives you a higher risk of lung cancer. Also gives you a greater chance of strokes and heart attacks. It affects the brain when using all the time. It messes with your pleasure centers and your regulatory systems in your brain. Your brain, fucking people, your brain. I know I sound like a zombie, but it's okay. It also messes with your ability to remember and adapt faster to changes around you. It causes depression, withdrawal, obsessive thoughts of marijuana when you cannot get it. Many users find themselves having to quit for important dates like court hearings, job interviews, only to find out that they don't quit soon enough and they come up dirty in a piss test. Now, that's the first one. I'd like to say a few words about marijuana. Yes, I am a marijuana user. Yes, I smoke. Not on a daily basis, but I smoke. Maybe I would have to say anymore nowadays, possibly, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 times a month. Equal that out, that's probably almost once a week. Almost, sometimes twice a week. You don't know. It depends. Does this change my opinion of quitting? Well, we'll get into that towards the end of the video. Now, I'd like to get into the other addiction in this house. And this addiction is my girlfriend's. You might know her more as Night Angel. Now, I don't want you to give her shit and get on her about it, because she already has enough pressure with it, and me with it too. But now, this addiction is one that almost everybody in the world has. It is caffeine. Oh, what the thing everybody wants in the morning. Wake up, I gotta have my wake up call, my morning cup of coffee. Fuck your coffee and your caffeine. Now, I've got it right here. A bigger list than my marijuana addiction page, which I found was intriguing. Alright, let's get into this, so I have time for my comments at the end. Caffeine is the most commonly used psychoactive on Earth. Over 40 billion cups of coffee is drank in the United States alone every year. That's a lot of fucking caffeine. That shithole conglomerate, Starbucks, they're making fucking millions off of people's addictions, and it's all legal. Most people don't think of caffeine as a drug, but it is. Not in the usual sense like marijuana, cocaine, heroin, whatnot. But the morning cup of coffee, what I find is strange is even after a good night of sleep, you still wake up and you need a pick-me-up wake-up call with a cup of coffee. That is addiction. It does the same thing that drugs do. Your morning coffee, it's the same as a drug addict needing his fix. You just need a caffeine fix. And when you sleep, you go through withdrawals. Caffeine withdrawals. Which is why you need that morning cup of coffee, because you need your fix. Some of the good things about coffee. It increases your absorption and distribution of some analgesics in the brain. Yes, I said in your brain. Yet again, the zombie. Now, you'll notice some of these addictions have effects on your brain. It helps with headaches, and it fights off fatigue. It's commonly used to help with asthma, although there are medications that work better. Trust me, I am someone who has asthma, and I do not like to consume a lot of caffeine. I would rather drink water. All right. Some of the bad things now. Caffeine dehydrates you more often than not, more than the amount that you drink. So in other words, your body is putting out more water than you are taking in while drinking pop or coffee. It dehydrates you like a motherfucker. Of course, we have the all famous caffeine crash. Caffeine causes your body's energy stores to deplete faster, causing overwhelming fatigue, often causing you to pass out or fall asleep, and feeling sluggish and unmotivated. It increases your blood pressure and your heart rate. This is bad. Often fatal for those of you who have high risks of stroke and cardiac problems. In other words, you'll have strokes and heart attacks more often if you drink coffee. Insomnia and tremors. This is, well, self-explanatory. You stay up late, you stay up longer. Tremors, uncontrollable movements of your body. Also resulting in RLS, restless leg syndrome, and things of the such. Oh, and it causes anxiety attacks. That means you will freak out and whatever. And did you know coffee and caffeine stays in your liver and takes forever to leave depending on the function of your liver? So in other words, if you have poor or failing kidneys, then, well, you are going to have more kidney problems because this stays in your system longer. Now, that's pretty much all I have on these two. I will get back to you with a lot more. We all know there's tons of addictions out there, like smoking. This is a cigarette, not a joint. I don't smoke joints while doing videos, only cigarettes. There's alcohol and other things of such. Now, I told you that I'd get back to me quitting my marijuana addiction. Now, mind you, from what I've read and hopefully from what I've told you, caffeine is a worse addiction than marijuana. Mind you, they're both equally bad, and I know this and I admit this. Now, I have made a simple proposition to Night Angel. I will quit my marijuana addiction if she quits her caffeine addiction. Now, the lack of caffeine causes headaches, migraines, and things of that nature, and sensitivity and anxiety all on its own, just quitting. That's just from the withdrawals. Marijuana causes anxiety and obsessive thought of marijuana. The one thing that I did not say and speak of earlier for marijuana is marijuana lowers your sperm count. I did read it. I already knew it. I didn't feel that I needed to write it down because I already knew it. Now, what we need to do is hopefully quit our addictions. They're bad, they're not good for us, and they don't make us feel any better, only for a short period of time. Now, I think it is understandably reasonable that if I quit my marijuana addiction, that Night Angel quits her caffeine addiction. So now I would like your input, and I would like you to tell me what you thought of this video, and there will be many more to come. Now, I'd like to leave with some more 3 Doors Down.